We're about to introduce you to the homeowners of 15780 Casino Royale in Morgan Hill. Come on, let's go in and meet them.
We are empty nesters, and so all three of our boys have left the roost, and we want to move on to our next stage. So as soon as this house sells, we are planning to retire and start our next adventure. You know, it's time to move on.
Yeah, it's too big a house for two people.
Yeah.
– 21 years?
It'll be 21 years in July. So we moved here. It was a corporate move from Texas, and at the time we had three little boys, 7, 5, and 4. Very active little boys, and we were looking for a home that had room for all of us, and we looked in San Jose, and we just hadn't found anything that just really spoke to us. So I came down with the realtor one day when Doug was working and walked into this house, and basically it was this great room that sold me. I thought, you know what, the way we live, the whole family can be here, and I can be cooking, we can be interacting, great for entertaining, and it has been. And that it's, you know, it still has been just a wonderful area that we spent a lot of time in.
Oh, yeah. We did a major improvement. When we bought the home, it was actually only a 4-bedroom home. The house is on a hillside, and there was a very large crawl space. I mean, literally, you know, big enough for two people to stand like one on one person's shoulders in. And we decided to dig into the hill and add on a whole section downstairs. So we dug in, put in a very large retaining wall and a French drain system for drainage, and added a games room, an office, a bedroom, and a bathroom.
But also we've, I mean, in the 20 years, we've practically redone a lot of. We've got a new roof. You know, we put in double air conditioners. We've got new fences, hot water systems.
New tile.
Yeah. New kitchen. This
yeah,
kitchen was redone.
The kitchen.
The guest bathroom was redone. Yeah. We've got new carpet. I mean, we've done. It's like a different house than when we bought it 20 years ago. So.
Definitely the great room. I mean, we live in the great room. We spend almost all our time in the great room when we're not working in the office.
And for us now, I would say the office, but I also love sitting out on the balcony, having my morning coffee. The sun just streams in the morning, and so it's just so peaceful and lovely. But when the kids were here, it was the games room. It was just so nice to have that extra living space for them to be able to have their friends over and play video games. And actually we had our contractor put as much soundproofing in it as possible, so it's not perfectly soundproofed, but they can get pretty noisy, and it doesn't resonate throughout the rest of the downstairs. So it's a really nice neighborhood. The greater neighborhood where the kids went to elementary school, is just, it's all full of families, and it's our favorite place to go for Halloween. But this little street is a cul-de-sac, believe it or not. It doesn't have, so it's quiet. The kids, we felt fairly safe with them riding their bikes and playing out front. Again, when the kids were young, there were quite a few kids, children their age on the street, and they've grown up together, and now they're moving on too. But it's starting to see a rebirth with young families.
Yeah, there's a number of new families moved onto the neighborhood, so it's cycling again. So when we go, probably will be a family in here as well. So
yeah. But we've got a lovely doctor next door. He's retired. And then the people on the other side, they just brought us a fresh loaf of bread, just, out of the blue. The people are really friendly.
it's great. I mean, this is a really, really wonderful city to live in and raise a family. There's lots to do. There's 3 lakes close by. You can fish. Some of them you can canoe on, some you can actually boat on. For adults, there's probably 30 wineries within about a 5 to 10 minute drive.
Yeah.
Very cute little downtown with lots of nice little restaurants and a lot of festivals during the year. They have at least 2 major festivals every year, 4th of July as well as what they call Mushroom Mardi Gras. So
Yeah, Taste of Morgan
Taste
Hill.
of Morgan Hill, yeah, 3
Great.
festivals, yeah.
Wonderful hiking. We love to hike and bike. Nice bike paths. So, Doug used to commute up the valley, and when he, came home, it was just like this little slice of paradise in the midst of Silicon Valley, because it's just, well, as you can tell, right across the street from us is somewhat rural. There's horses and goats and things like that. So. The fact that it wasn't in a big San Jose, that was appealing to us. The size of the house was appealing compared to what we were able to afford in the San Jose area. We didn't know the area because we had just, we were coming from Texas, and we hadn't previously lived in the Bay Area. So it was just basically what we saw, we loved, and we loved the little downtown area.
So we try to do a Super Bowl party almost every year. We didn't do one this past year, but about 2 years ago we had a real big Super Bowl party. We must have had, between the people upstairs in the games room, or in the family room, and the people downstairs in the games room, we must have had about 40 people here, between kids' friends and our friends, and it was a really, really big event. We set up food on the kitchen table here, and everyone had crazy hats on, and it was just a really, really, really fun day. Maybe James's going away party was another one where our son went to school in Jordan for a full semester, actually a year, two semesters. And so we had a huge going away party here for him. We started down at Coyote Lake during the day and did jet skis all day and had a picnic down there, and then had everyone back here for a big going away dinner. And he invited all of his friends that he'd grown up with here in Morgan Hill and had gone to school with, and I'd say there was probably 30, 40 people that day as well. And
the other thing is, when we have we don't have a big family, but when we have family events, our families spread out, so they come from out of town for the most part, and so we've had 10, 12 kids crashing on the floor in the games room. It just provides that extra, space. And we've been able to put, blow up beds in the office, in addition to all the bedrooms that the kids can have their cousins, bunk on the floor or whatever. So just the number of rooms, it's been a great home for a family. That's what we've loved about it.
when the kids were young, we also did a lot of birthday parties in the backyard. One of our sons in particular loved to have his birthday in the backyard, and it actually was kind of the birthday party that all the kids on the block waited for every year, because we put a big jumper out there and we'd bring in a hot dog machine and usually get like Batman or a
Yeah.
cast of characters to come to entertain the kids, and
Snow cones
snow cone
and
machines,
games and yeah.
It was the highlight of the year for birthday parties.
Yeah, we hope that a family
and-
comes in and
yeah.
enjoys it as much as we have.
And raise kids here, and
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
a great place to raise kids.
But I know something that they'll enjoy that we haven't touched on, and that is we have this little garden in the front that I love so much with the fountain and there's flowers all year round. So it's got some pretty colors, and we have a hummingbird feeder, but the fountain, it attracts birds from hummingbirds to the wild turkeys. So when I'm cooking or washing dishes or whatever, you'll see birds. Every year we see the wild turkeys with their babies. They come into the yard to have a bath in the little fountain. So that's just a special thing that I'm going to miss for sure. But I hope they enjoy.
Yeah, there is a raised planter out the side of the house where we put in strawberries, and every year we plant tomatoes, and that's also been a big thing for the kids as they grew up to be able to go and pick fresh tomatoes to bring in to put in the salad.
Yeah.